What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? My bad, I'm 5 minutes late, but let's get to this interview. This is my first ever interview. I want to give a shout out to GT Gerald Turker for even allowing me to have him on my platform. Coach, what's up? What's up?
What's up, DFL? What's going on?
Hey, before I start the interview, I wanted to just give you your flowers, bro. I've been a big fan of you, bro. And I appreciate you for even giving me a chance. I know I got a lower channel and I ain't got a lot of subscribers, bro, but I appreciate you for even giving me a chance, bro.
Man, the feeling mutual, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate the love for real too. Hell yeah, no doubt.
Well, for the people that don't know, bro, where were you born and raised?
I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, the worst part, downtown Cincinnati.
Hey, so growing up in Cincinnati, like what was some of the stuff you would get into, man? Like good and bad, or like your favorite memory?
Favorite memories of Cincinnati growing up. I guess the fellas, me and the fellas going out as teenagers, man, going to skating rinks. That was like the getaway. We had fun. You go holler at the girl, see all the other, what I'm saying, dudes from different hoods, and it's just all love for the most part. But yeah, skating. But for the bad was the streets. Growing up where I'm from, we kind of looked up to the dope boys and the robbery boys and all that. Sad to say, but yeah, you kind of get grew up looking up to them, so you kind of follow in their footsteps and you kind of dip in the streets a little bit. So that's
I
probably the
kind of
bad part.
understand, bro. I'm from Flint, Michigan, bro. So I kind of understand what you're saying. You feel me?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for
I grew
sure.
up.
Yeah, for sure. I used to listen to the was Top Authority. That was part of my
Yeah, yeah, type
yeah,
of story.
that was part of my playlist back then. So yeah, I know exactly what y'all was on.
So what made you get into boxing, bro? Like I know you said all the street stuff was going on. What made you get into boxing to like kind of be away from the streets a little bit?
Well, boxing was in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my project, it was a dude named Ricardo Williams Jr. and he was the best boxer in the world. At his age, and I want to say he was about when I met him, he might have been 12, like a few years under me. I was 15, and he had a room. His whole living room was full with trophies and belts and plaques and medals. So I'm like, damn, I only had two little baseball trophies about the size of this cup. So I like, damn, I want some shit like this. I'm allowed to cuss or not? Keep it
Yeah, you
clean.
good, man. I ain't
Okay.
tripping. Yeah, you good.
All
Yeah,
right.
do
Yeah,
your
I don't want to
thing.
mess up. I know y'all get like different views and stuff.
No,
I'm gonna
I ain't
keep it.
even, bro. That's why, like I said, I appreciate you because I ain't even monetized or nothing. I'm just still building, bro. So
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna help you build as
I
much
ain't
as I.
profiting from the video. I'm just trying to get my channel up there and get in touch
Gotcha.
with the people I like, man.
I got you. I got you. I appreciate it. Yeah. So he had a whole bunch of trophies and plaque stuff. I just had the two. So I started. And at the time, my mom had kicked me off the baseball team. I was playing little league baseball right in the hood. In our project, we had a baseball, and we had like a little hood baseball team. All we had was a hat. We ain't had no uniforms or nothing. They just bought
That's
the
how
hat.
I feel.
Yeah, hood shit. So yeah, I got kicked off the baseball team because my grades was slipping. I think I was in the ninth grade or 10th grade or something. And I started sneaking to the boxing gym. It's just 2 blocks in the hood, same hood, but a different part of the hood. We had a real big hood, but a whole bunch of little separate parts of the hood. So I started going to the gym with him, just 2 streets down from our project, and I got real good real fast, and I told my mom like, hey, yo, I picked up my grades and I want to start boxing. I ain't gonna lie, mom, I've been sneaking to the boxing gym, but I like it. And I was like, you ain't gotta, she didn't let me play football in the past because she had to keep coming to practice and all that stuff. So I was like, mom, you ain't gotta do nothing for boxing. You just gotta let me go, and I'm a, whatever. So she was like, she was down with it. So that's how I started boxing.
And do you remember like your first tournament or your first trophy you
Man,
won in
I
boxing?
I remember every detail about my life. That's why I'm so good as a coach, man. I don't forget nothing. I remember every detail. So you can ask me any question about it. You
All
said
right,
my
can you
first
walk us
tournament?
through like that your first time ever, your first amateur fight as a kid, like walking in the ring, your first amateur fight?
All right, so I was 15 when I started. So I'm a teenager, right? I started late. Most people started when they was, like Floyd and Ricardo Williams Jr., who I'm talking about. They start off from birth because they pops was in it and all that. So I started off late at 15. So, we driving in my coach. He had a Mercury Cougar. It's me, Ricardo Williams. My coach was Ricardo Williams Sr. And we had Dante Craig in the car. Both of them became Olympians and great amateurs and then went on to the pros. But so we driving up to Columbus for my first fight, and I fight a dude named Seven Jackson. We listening to all the way up there. We listening to that one album with that one album Everybody Love. You know what I'm saying? That throwback one. So this '94 when I start. So that one. So anyway, we listened to what we want to halfway up, and then my coach playing Temptations all the way up. So we listened to that. I'm nervous as hell thinking about, man, it's my first fight. Man, am I gonna win? You know what I'm saying? You always thinking about, butterflies if you're gonna lose or not. And I went up there, I fought a dude. He was 7-0. His name was Seven Jackson. And I don't know why my coach threw me in there with somebody
Yeah, I
seven
was gonna
zero.
say that's kind of crazy. 7-0, that's your first.
Right. Yeah,
He
but my
seen you
coach,
something though.
yeah, my coach had confidence in me. I was sparring with Ricardo. Ricardo was 100 and he's like 120 some wins with 2 losses. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sparring with him, 3 times a week, sometimes 4, because
Work.
we work Monday through Sunday sometimes. So
Shit.
and I was boxing Dante too, and Dante was, he way bigger than me. He was 125. I'm 95 pounds. So I guess he had the confidence in me like a true coach would. So anyway, I went up there. I beat the dude 5-0. I didn't knock him out, didn't stop him, but I beat him. All the judges voted for me, so I won 5-0 score. That was my first fight, and it was on since then.
So what? Before I get to the pros, I want. Did you ever win like anything in the amateurs that was like significant that you proud
Yeah,
of?
hell yeah, man. So that was 4 months right there. I was boxing for 4 months, and I went. That was my first fight.
Damn.
Yeah, so a couple weeks later, the Junior Olympics started, and I won in the states. I became the best in the city. I became the best in the state. We went to the regionals. I became the best in the regions. And we went to the nationals. I lost to the ranked #1 dude, and I think it was a close fight. But then I fought him again, and like a month later in the box office, and I really lost to him. I lost to him again, but I really beat him that time. But they gave it to him, so I'm ranked #2 within 6 months. And then right after that tournament, I went to another national tournament called the National Junior Gloves. I just posted it yesterday. It's crazy you asked me about this stuff. But yeah, I won the National Junior Golden Gloves and within 6 months of starting boxing. So that's my first tournament. But I won. You name the tournament, I won it, man. I won 3 national pals. I won. I was an outstanding boxer at 2 of them. This out of everybody that been boxing for all these years, for 15 years. Now, I'm just starting out. I won the Golden Gloves in '96 when Floyd won it. I won the Golden Gloves again in 19. I'm talking about national Golden Gloves. I ain't talking about no small stuff. I won the
Yeah,
nine.
yeah,
I
massive.
won the
Yeah.
I won the 1998 national Golden Gloves. I won the and I won the 1996 and 1998. So I won 2 national Golden Gloves. I won 3 national pals. I won that 97, 98, 99. I got most outstanding boxer for the 97 one. I also won a whole bunch of invitational national tournaments, like the Indianapolis Black Expo, the St. Louis Black Expo, the Ohio State Fairs. Those were national tournament invitationals. I won like 3 or 4 of those. Um, I won a whole bunch of international dual meets, like USA versus Russia. I beat USA versus Germany. I beat USA versus France. USA versus France. I beat USA versus Ireland. I beat USA versus Korea. Um, I won a whole bunch of those, and I also went to world tournaments where I beat the rank #2 in the world, the rank #3 in the world, and most of these guys went on to become world champions in the pros, and like was in the pound for pound list and had long reigns. Um, and then also my biggest win in the amateurs was well, before I get there, I also made the '96 Olympic team as an alternate with Floyd and Tarver and Zab Judah and Fernando Vargas and all them. I was the alternate on the team. I was the youngest person. I was 17, and like I just started at 15, so it's
15,
crazy.
that's crazy to already be there.
Yeah, yeah, it was. They was
Most
calling
of
me
them
like
boxers since they was 5, 6 years old. That's
exactly.
crazy.
Yeah, they had 20 years because we was in some of them was in their 20s. Like Tarver was 28 at the time, so a lot of them was boxing for 20 something years.
Some years, yeah, that's
Yeah. And
that's crazy, bro.
after that I won the US under 19 national championships that sent us to Cuba to fight. But my biggest accomplishment as an amateur was winning the gold medal at the Pan American Games, where I beat the
Mm.
Cuban. I beat the Cuban in the semifinals, and I was like the second American to beat a Cuban in a very long time, like 20 some years. I think Floyd was in '96, and then I came in '99. So I got the gold medal there. I was the only person on the United States team to get the gold medal. And then I tried for the Olympic trials again. I lost in the finals, and then I turned pro. So that was my
All right,
amateur.
turn to pro. Like turn out them out. That's my next question. You just said that. Turn to pro. Like your first fight, turning pro. Like can you walk like you did your amateur fight? Can you walk us through that? Like the first fight, walking to the ring, your first professional fight, and the thoughts going through your mind.
Yeah, so just this don't touch home for you being from Flint. So I fought in Detroit for my very first fight at Cobo Hall, Cobo Arena they called it. The Joe Louis Arena they called it too.
Joe, okay, yep.
Yeah. So and the night was a special night. So it was my birthday. It just so happened to fall on my birthday.
That's crazy.
So the skip past all the before the amateurs and the pro stuff, Floyd had called me and James Prince had called me on a three-way to ask me to turn pro and be Floyd's protege and come move to Vegas, live with him. So I was his protege, and he was on a long layoff, 13 months layoff of inactivity when he was arguing with HBO trying to get his deal, trying to get more than just 12 million they was offering him. And James Prince was a great manager and got the money up to 20 million. So he said, he signed a deal with HBO, and they had, and I was his protege. So I was on his undercard for his very first fight back in a long time versus Emmanuel Augustus. He changed his last name from Burton. So
Yeah, man, yeah, that was a tough
yeah,
fight.
yeah, it was. Yeah, that was a good fight, man. But yeah, that was the night. So it was my birthday. It was the 21st. So my birthday the 22nd, October 22nd. So I'm a Libra Scorpio for people who know about that stuff, and it fell right on the cusp of my birthday, and I'm on the cusp of the zodiac signs. But so I get in there, I'm fighting a dude from the hometown of Detroit. So I'm like, oh, they gonna give me some extra pressure, man. I gotta fight the hometown dude. So and he was like a Mike Tyson. It wasn't no some skinny dude. He was a Mike Tyson, little built, strong dude, big thick neck and stuff, like ready trying to knock me out. So anyway, I stopped him with like maybe at the last 10 seconds of the fourth round, which is our last final round. So I got a knockout in my very first fight. So I'm 1-0, one knockout, and as a pro.
So what's like some of the pros and cons of turning pro, like professional boxing? Because I know like a lot of people see the money, but they don't see like the other side of it, the business side and the bullshit fighters go through. So like, what's the pros and cons?
As a pro, I only had a short-lived career because I went 5-0 on three knockouts, and my brother had passed, and I flew back home, and I quit. I just stopped. I retired from boxing. So I might not have all the answers for you right here, but the pros, and I had a great manager, James Prince. Most managers back then was they was doing like 33%. They was taking a third out of a check. So you make a million, they taking 333,000 of it. But
Shit.
Jay was super cool. He was for us, you know what I'm saying? Niggas, you know what I'm saying? So he was really looking out for us. So and that's all he had was a squad for the black. So I kind of gravitated towards that, and me and him was kind of like on the same type of thing, being from the streets and turning legal type thing. So
Real talk.
I gravitated towards Jay anyway. So we signed a deal, and he was like, I'm only gonna take like 15-20%. So I'm like, I signed like that. That's the
Hell
one right
yeah.
there. Yeah. So it's kind of like how Al Heyman is now. Fair, he for us, you know what I'm saying, for the fighters, especially minorities, but he catered to everybody, you know what I'm saying. He don't discriminate. So the same way, Jay was just like an Al Heyman, but on the manager side. So that's the pros. The cons, I didn't, like I said, I didn't stay pro long enough to see any disadvantages or any bad parts of being a pro. I seen other fighters, from a trainer perspective, go through things like Andre Ward, being on the shelf for a long time and having contract disputes and
Right.
stuff like that. Seeing Floyd go through his inactivity, arguing back and forth with HBO. But me myself, I never had to experience anything bad as a from the pro side, as a fighter, as an athlete.
Yeah, man. Sorry to hear about your brother too, man. My
Appreciate
condolences
that.
to you, brother. Do
Appreciate
you
that.
feel like if you would have never had to take the break, you would have been a world champion?
Easily, man. I was beat. We was Floyd was signed to Top Rank back then, so that's Bob Burnham, and they had a gym. They still got the same gym to this day, same place that you see all the videos and stuff the fighters post, like Shakur and Tio and all them.
That's
Still
my
the
boy
same
right
gym,
there.
same location. So all the fighters, all the Shakurs and the Tios and the Floyd Mayweathers, all the fighters was training at Top Rank. So I'm in there, this young, not having no fights, having to box these pros and going 8s and 12s and 10 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Because Roger throwing me in there with the best of them. Because just like my coach, when I had that first fight going against that 7-0, Roger trusted me like he good enough. He the goods. So he throwing me in there with the Irene Pachicos and the Polly Ayalas, you know what I'm saying, who world champions and pound for pound greats back then. And I'm getting the best of them as a 1-0, 2-0, 0-0
Man,
fighter.
that's
So
crazy.
yeah, so I was I'm a once in a lifetime fighter, just like the Andre Wards, the Floyds, the Shakurs, Sugar Ray Leonards, the Pernell Whitakers. I just didn't get to finish what I started. You know what I'm saying? Because of the deaf and then the streets. You know what I'm saying? That's why I preach to the youth, like, lead the streets alone. I'm the perfect trainer to have for fighters coming out of the urban communities to make sure they stay on track and they stay out of the trap, because it's constantly a trap. So I'm perfect for that. But yeah, I definitely would have been a pro. I mean, not a pro, but a world champion in multiple divisions. I started out at 122, so I would have won one. This is just me talking, and I ain't bragging. I really would have done this.
No, talk, pop your man, go on, pop it, bro. You deserve all your flowers on this channel. We giving flowers that deserve. A lot
I
of people
appreciate.
don't know this, man. You accomplished a lot. People need to hear this, man.
Yeah, Corey, I appreciate that, man. So 122, I would have won. 126, I would have won. 130, I would have won. 35. I probably would have maxed out at 40 because I would have been disciplined and just kept my weight down. I wouldn't have tried to grow too big, and I'm only 5'5.5". So, and that's the angel number too, 5'5'5". I love that.
Yes,
But
yes. Okay.
yeah, so I definitely would have been a world champion, and but the thing about me is I would have been so special to the sport that I would have regretted it, now in hindsight. But I had a style like Floyd's, but I was willing to get more grimy and dirty with it because I was really in the streets, and that was just, and I took the street shit, and it was inside my game too. You know what I'm saying? My style. So it was gonna
Mhm.
be a whole bunch of Mexican wars because I fought like that too. Like that was my favorite fight to fight. Sit right in the middle of the ring. We gonna bang it out. Telephone booth. No matter who it is, I don't care if you Mike. Like I said, the first dude I fought, he was a Mike Tyson. I'm gonna get you out of there. So yeah, I would have been a special fighter, but that's why I say I would have regretted it in hindsight, is because I would have took some unnecessary punches from being so willing to mix it up with whoever, just to not to prove a point, but it was just what I like to do. So I definitely would have been a great fighter. I'd have been in the Hall of Fame easily.
My first time like ever getting introduced to you was I seen you with Adrien Broner. Like, what brought you back on the training side for all that time you was there? What made you want to come back and not fight and just be more of a trainer and get your game?
What happened was, so when my brother passed, I said I moved back. That was 2001. I turned pro in 2000, and I retired in 2001. So I didn't even have a whole year. You know what I'm saying? Of
Oh
fighting.
wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was 5-0, 3 knockouts, retired, went back to Cincinnati, and I kind of got back in the streets, but uh I stayed in the streets to '07. I felt the heat coming, and I was like, you know what, I'm about to get up out this game and get back serious. And I moved to Vegas in '07, and I tried to get back into the sport as an athlete, and didn't quite work out, with a fiance and 4 kids. Well, I had 3 kids, and then one more came on, so it made 4. But you got to have groceries and bill money and all that stuff. So, and boxing, it ain't that easy when you by yourself. Before I had James, Prince, and Floyd, what I'm saying, as a protege, but now I'm just coming straight off of me. And yeah, and I didn't know how to do the spending the money and investing into myself like how Jay did into me when I first turned pro. So I want to say it was around 2012. I get a phone call from a fighter. His name was Dante Strayhorn out of Cincinnati, and he asked me. He said, "My I grew up. His parents grew up in the same hood as me. They like maybe a year or two over me, but they grew up in the same hood as me, in the same hood as Ricardo Williams Jr. and project. I mean, same project in the hood. But he asked me like, I'm about to fight. My parents told me I should reach out to you. Like I'm a pro, and I live out here in Vegas now. My parents told me that I should look out to you because you're from Cincinnati. You was good, whoop de whoop. Can you do you mind coming to check me out at the gym tomorrow? So I was like, yeah, I'll come check you out because I knew on the strength of his parents, I'm just gonna be that guy just to show up and show love. You know what I'm saying? Even
Sure.
if it was just to go down there and just to give him some game and not coaching. But I went down there and I seen him, and he had a whole lot of potential. He was going to the body real good, and he had real crisp punches and stuff. And I've seen some film on his phone, and I was like, you know what, I can do something with this kid. Am I about to be a coach? And then a few minutes later, 50 Cent walked in the gym, and he came up to the fighter Dante, and he was talking to him, or he was watching me. And so I'm kind of thinking like, what 50 Cent doing here? You know what I'm saying? And then the fighter said, that's my promoter. And I'm like, oh shoot, 50 a promoter? 50? And then 50 looking at me, I had a gut at the time. I'm fat, I'm out of shape, the Hennessy and the beers and stuff. So I'm probably like 180. I'm 5'5" fat. So he looked 50 looking at me in my stomach, like turning his nose up, like, man, like this. And Dante tell him like, this is gonna be my trainer. I'm hoping he gonna be my trainer. So 50 looking at me like, man, like, who is this fat little nigga, man? So he literally said it too, like, man, you a trainer? Look at your stomach. So I'm like, nah, I ain't no. I said, I ain't no trainer. I said, I'm a retired fighter. So anyway, we shook hands and met, and after that, now I had to prove to 50 that, you know what I'm saying, like I'm the goods. You know what I'm saying, little do you know, I'm the truth at this shit. So I told the fighter, I told Dante, after that, after the gym, like I'm gonna be there tomorrow. I'm gonna start training you, see what you got, and that's how I started. That was like 2012, 13 ish, something like that.
Okay. So how you end up linking with AB? Like that was that's one of my, before you get to the question, that's one of my favorite fighters, bro. The Madonna fight, that's my favorite
Mm,
fight. Like how bro got up, how he fought. I'd never go
yeah,
against AB. He tough as fuck, man. A lot of people
right.
would have quit after that second round. I like how he fought, man. That was a
Yeah,
fight.
oh yeah,
So
yeah. How I
I
give
like
a
AB,
AB.
man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's one
AB
of
the
my
truth, man.
favorites.
AB the truth. If you like AB, that means you got your radar, your discernment for authenticity is legit. You know what I'm saying? Like you gravitate towards real people, and he a real person, and that's why he got all the chances he got, and that's how he got the diehard fans like you, me, and whoever, all the other ones out there, the millions around the world, is because he a real person. He true, and I mean, to the core. You know, when he act up, he act up, and most of it is like
That's all of us though. We all do that, man.
exactly, exactly. And some of his mistakes be like because he put something in his body and then he be under the influence of stuff. You know what I'm saying? He ain't all the way himself. But nah, AB legit, man. And but what got me with AB? You know, I know AB since he was his first day in the gym. I was on top of the game and the amateurs and some of that stuff. My
Okay.
accolades I was explaining. His first day was I was 18 years old. I was ranked number 1 in the country. As soon as he come into the gym, so he looking at me like, that's the dude right there. He's
Yeah,
7 years
yeah.
old, so he looking up to me. I got 11-year-old gap on him. So that's when I met him. But the reason why he got me to get back into the sport was I was Coach Michael Stafford, rest in peace. That's our late great
Yes,
coach.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate that. He was like a 1, 2. He was my fourth coach. You know what I'm saying? Like I had my coaches in the hood, my hood, and they had a gym in a different hood, totally different hood in the city called Millville. And I'm from downtown, like I say. And so when my coaches couldn't take me out of town to different fights and tournaments and stuff, they would ask Coach Mike, like, if he was going there too, like, could you please take GT? My nickname was Lil Man back then. So can you please take Lil Man to the tournament too? So he would. So me and Coach Mike got cool. So that's why I was over there. And that was like another gym. You know how you go from your gym to other gyms and
Yeah.
spar different. So we used to go to Coach Mike gym because he had a whole bunch of fighters. So we used to go over there and whip their ass. You know what I'm saying? Keep I apologize. Yeah, I know y'all we used to beat y'all up though. But yeah, so that's the gym where AB come from, straight from Coach Mike. So and he raised him from, like I say, 6, 7 years old. So that's like his real dad. And that's like my second pops, kind of. But yeah, that's how me and AB met. But what happened was Coach Mike he was training AB for his fourth world title up in DC at the Headbangers camp, with Boog and Coach Barry Hunter and them.
Yes,
With Tank
yeah,
be
I
training
know
there
what you're talking about.
sometimes, yeah. And Coach Mike asked me to train Jamel Herring. Shout out to Jamel Herring. Ended up
That's
becoming a
what
world
you
champion. And Raynell Williams. They both were Olympians. Former Olympian. I think 2012 Olympics with Clarissa and them. But he asked me to train them while he was up there. So I'm getting them ready they fight on the undercard at AB, fighting for his fourth world title in four divisions. So when AB and them come back, because it's like fight week, we fight in Cincinnati at US Bank Arena. And that's the fight he walked out with the Migos. But anyway, AB and Coach Mike come back to camp and they watching me train the fighters, Jamel and Raynell and them. And AB looking out of the ring. I'm just hitting the bag, just touching on the bag. And AB like, man, fuck them fighters, man. He like, quit training them fighters, man. He was like, you training. He like, you training you. You about to come back, GT. He like, you still got it. And at the time, I'm like 37. You know what I'm saying? So he like, you still got it, GT. I'm done. I retired for like 15, 16 years already. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even. I ain't did nothing, no sparring, no nothing. He like you coming back. And after that, it really kind of clicked, and I stopped training and I started training myself. And I got with a fighter. I mean, not a fighter, but I got with a gym, pound for pound out there. Shout out to Pound for Pound in Vegas, one of the best gyms in the world, in the whole, especially in the country, and especially on the amateur side, but on the pro side too now. That's Richard Barriente. Shout out to them. And he got 2 kids now, AK-47, and I forget, and Chavez nickname, but both of them they twins, and they both around like the 126 division, but they dope. Look out for them, y'all. But
Okay.
yeah, so I started training there, and I got myself in shape, and then I came back. AB done talked me into coming back into fighting 2 more times, and I ended up retiring after that at 7-0 with 3 knockouts.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. All right,
Yeah,
I see
crazy.
now you got the camp. I know I ain't gonna hold you long. This gonna be my last question,
Nah,
man.
take as much time as you want. I'm chilling, man. I'm out here dolo.
I see you got the camp in Costa Rica. Like, how could somebody come get trained by you, and what made you want to make that move?
Well, the move came about. I was living in Miami for the last 4 years, like from 2000, like 20 to 2024, something like that. 2019 to 2023. One of the years was with AB. I was staying with AB. We was in Western Florida. That's kind of like the Beverly Hills. He was super balling. So we was living like the Beverly Hills of Florida, Miami. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna move to Miami. So it's like 40 minutes away from him, and so I just kind of like got enough of Miami. Like, 4 years enough here. So I was like, where am I gonna go? And I was thinking like, damn, where am I gonna move to next? And I'm one of them big dreamer type dudes, so I don't want to be different than other people. So I'm like, man, I'm moving out of the country. So I started like looking around, doing a little research. I picked like 13 different countries. So I thought about Dubai. I thought about the city Amsterdam over there, London, Thailand, Venezuela, Colombia. I thought about a whole different places, a whole bunch of different places, and Costa Rica was first on the list. So I was like, I'm gonna go to Costa Rica first, and then I'm gonna stay for a year, and if I like it, I'm gonna keep staying. So I got down here, I loved it. So I was like, man, I'm gonna stick down here for a little while. And the way the camp came about, I wasn't expecting to make no camp. Like my intentions was to kind of just be like Miami, just my house. When fighters come, when Floyd need me to go to Vegas to go to camp, I'm gonna fly to Vegas. Clarence want me to come to Detroit, Colorado, I'm gonna fly there for camp. You know what I'm saying? Wherever Tyron want to go to St. Louis, I'm gonna fly there. And when I get done with the fight, I come home to Miami and just chill. I never did nothing in Miami but just chill because I'm always on the go. I'm always busy, back to back to back, moving around. And so I was like, Costa Rica just gonna be home. And when I go home after the camps and the fights, Costa Rica my home is gonna feel like a nice vacation. You know what I'm saying? I only get to go home for a couple of days or a week or two. So I want it to be a nice place. So that's why I picked Costa Rica. But the gym didn't come about until I want to say so after I walked out of Floyd Corner, I was like and I'm looking at the scene. I'm like, you know what? This like and what's crazy is I had nicknamed myself Mr. Miyagi like a few months before I even came out here. I'm like, I'm that kind of coach. Like, like the fighters, I'm gonna teach the fighter everything about life and inside the ring too. So I nicknamed myself Mr. Miyagi, and then the house I live in now, with the farm or the finca they call it out here in Spanish. The property I got is 3 different houses, and the big house, I'm in the middle house now, one of the fighters' houses. But the big house kind of set up like remind you of something out of a Karate Kid movie. So I was like, damn, I call myself Mr. Miyagi, and I end up at a dang on dojo that looked like some Karate Kid shit. So I was like, man, let me turn this. Can I turn this into something? So I started picturing it like, damn, a bag could be hanging right there. The fighter could be punching right there. They could chop wood right there. They can run up the hill. I got a waterfall too on property. So I was like, they can go down there. They could swim. So I was like, this some movie shit. I'm about to be Mr. Miyagi. I'm about to be like the sensei on the Last Dragon with Bruce Lee. I'm about to be like kickboxer. I'm about to be like Bloodsport. I'm like, yeah. So I started slowly transforming into it, and now it's here. Now it's here. Camp of the Great.
You
Yeah.
plan on like getting a young fighter, and helping him turn pro, and like just training him?
Um, I'm already doing that with a fighter named Sugar Ray Sam out of Queens, New York. But that wasn't the plan. This is a camp, so whoever want to train with me or whoever just want to come train, period. You know what I'm saying? They welcome. You know what I'm saying? Then I got to welcome to the public too. Not the public like people here, but people who really want to do something in the sport. I got like mini camps where they can come for 5 days and kind of do like what the fighters do. Or the coaches can come and learn how to be a better coach. I teach them how to hold the
Mm-hmm.
mitts. I teach them how to be good enough to acquire the Floyd Mayweathers and the Clarissa Shields and the Tyron Woodleys and Adrien Broners. You know what I'm saying? The Javante Davises. I can show them how to be good enough to want those fighters to want to come to you. So and then also the fans can come up here and then pretend to be a fighter. You know what I'm saying, for 5 days.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like they Rocky and in Rocky 4 where they in Russia
Yeah.
tires and running and all that kind of stuff and hitting the waterfall, punching walls and stuff like that. So yeah, it's available for anybody. But yeah, whoever want to come is open. And then some is so dope that I got two, like I say, two different houses for the fighters. They can bring their coach too. Like so, if say for example, who just fought. Let's say David Benavidez, him and his team, they could come down here like to just unwind, like from all the stress and the craziness that they went through to get in camp and all that stuff. They can just come peace and quiet. One person get that house, one person get this house, and they can just wind down and just detach, leave their phones in there, and just calm down and for a few days, and then go back on home. But they can also come out here before the camp, and we can strategize together, and I can act like a consultant, and we can study film and come up with game plans and stuff like that. So it's a whole bunch of different options available for whoever want to come out here. But I just wanted to make it I wanted to create something that the sport ain't never seen, and that's exactly what I did, man. It's a real live movie being out here.
Man, I said I think the fighters should tap in. If I was fighting right now, I most definitely would tap in. People need to tap
Yeah,
in. That's
for sure they should,
especially the
man.
young fighters on the come up, get away, get fresh breath of air, get some good
Man,
skills away from America. You learn and come back and destroy something when you come back.
e- exactly. No doubt. I'm strict too, so it ain't gonna be none of that partying, playing around,
Yeah,
eating bullshit. So yeah, now it's a real live a great opportunity for whoever from novice all the way up to the best of the best. They should come out here and check it out, take advantage of it while it's available. Because I'm gonna move it around though. I don't think I'm gonna be in Costa Rica forever, so I may do this in Brazil or what I'm saying next for a year or two. Then I may take it to London for a year or two. And some people want to invest and open up some more in different places too. So I'm thinking about that. So, but yeah, people should come take advantage of it while they can, because I don't know how long I'm gonna be in this one spot. So come check them all out. You know what I'm saying, before it's all done.
yeah, most definitely. I wish more people was on here so they can tap in. But I'm gonna try to share it and get it out there.
Oh yeah,
Do
they
you
gonna
got
see it. They see it.
do you got like right now? Can I get three fighters from you that you like that's active? Three young fighters that you like right now that's active. Any
Young
weight
fighter,
division, they don't matter.
young fighters. I like Abdullah Mason. Um, I like the female Sky. I think her last name
Like
Nicholson.
Nicholson, Sky Nicholson, yeah.
Um, I like Caroline Dubois. She a gangster. I love Caroline. Um, and I like Floyd Schofield.
I'm like, okay.
Um, young fighter. One more young fighter. One more young fighter. One more young fighter. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop with that right there. Oh yeah, I already named the twins, the Barrientes. Yeah, yeah, they're my
So
fighters right there.
I see you named Floyd Schofield. So what you think about the fight with him and Shakur? How that turned out?
To be honest, um, I'm a huge fan of Shakur's. I've
Me
been watching
too.
Shakur since he was I obviously I ain't gonna say obviously, but I used to go to the tournaments, the national tournaments when Shakur was young, and I seen him fight when he was about 16, 17 years old. So I've been watching him since he was that young. And so I've been a fan ever since, because I know what having the goods look like, and I know what a once in a lifetime athlete is. So I'm a huge Shakur fan. And so without having bias, because I have a lot of love for Lil Floyd too. They was in camp, the first camp I worked with AB. You know what I'm saying? They was in the same camp with us. So it's love and respect for him and his pops. But to be honest, I got to be honest, and that I just think is levels, and it's a great fight for him to get some experience. He's actually in a win-win fight.
That's what I
You know what I'm saying?
said too.
Yeah,
Yup.
yeah. No matter how the fight go, the fight can be a close fight or a blowout. It's still win-win for him. It's great experience game.
Experience. Yup.
Yeah, it's like how when Canelo fought Floyd. No matter how it went, it was gonna be great experience for him. So but I see the fight going. To answer your question, I see Shakur should pitch a shutout unless he give up some rounds. Being nice, kind of like how for example, how Canelo did when he fought Jaime Munguia. He kind of like took it kind of a little easy on him a few rounds. He could have got him out of there, but he kind of held back. So I think Shakur should win every round unless he does what Canelo did against Munguia. So it should be an easy night for Shakur. But you know what I'm saying that Lil Floyd has a chance at winning by knockout. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mm.
always that puncher's chance, and he got a punch. He's
Mhm.
he's not just no regular traditional style fighter. He's unorthodox by how he switches stances and in the middle of combinations and stuff. So it's kind of like hard to look for, and it could be a tricky situation for a fighter like Shakur. Even having such high skills, it could still be a tricky
You get hit with a
situation.
shot he don't see coming from an angle that from a different type of weird angle in.
Yeah, that you ain't used to and that you can't prepare for that easy. So it's kind of like you gotta have eyes everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to see everything coming. Being Shakur, but I got faith in Shakur that he'll be able to get through. But having that style that Lil Floyd got is going, it can present a bunch of problems. It's like fighting a Maidana, how he
Mm.
brought up Maidana AB,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
it's like fighting a Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? Or like fighting back in the day, it's like fighting a Mayorga. You know what I'm saying? And and sometimes you get upsets like Mayorga defeated my boy, rest in peace, Vernon Forrest, um, 2 times, and he, you know what I'm saying, he got the, because that style is just hard to
Hard,
detect what's
yeah.
coming. You don't know what trajectory the punch is coming from. You don't know what they gonna eat for, but anything can happen, of course. And the fact that he fights like a Porter, a Maidana, a Mayorga, is that it can present some problems that we don't foresee.
That's what I was thinking too. I wanted to see Shakur kind of step to him a little like in this fight, just to give the casuals something they could talk about to get in that fight with Tank. I mean, that's what I wanted to see him and Tank, man.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
before, what you think about Lamar Rose though and Tank?
I think it's gonna be a way better fight than what people expecting. I'm talking
Yes,
about
sir.
the way, like it can happen the way most people see it, like a Tank by
Mhm.
early knockout or mid
Yeah.
fight knockout. But it can go the direct opposite. Lamar Rose can stop him early, mid, and late because he got the power, he got the grit, and he got the gangster in him. So it's gonna be a good fight. And I was in camp with them when I came back. That's where my comeback fingers. So I sparred Tank a few times, 3 times, matter of fact, and we had a war that everybody up there I never forget.
Mhm.
We boxed 18 minutes straight, no water, no breaks, and at the headbangers they don't let people take breaks. While people sparring, you still got to be on the bag doing your work. You still got to be jump roping. But for this one sparring session, they let everybody stop, come to the ring, and it was almost like like at the Floyd gym. But
Yeah.
they said headbangers, but we went 18 minutes nonstop war. I mean, hitting each other with every shot you can name. And and my point for bringing that up is that Lamont from the same region up there. I think he from DC, and I think is he from DC? And
He
I
from
and I
DC.
yeah, right. And Tank's from Baltimore. So um Lamar used to come to the gym too. And rest in peace to his it was his pops that passed. I think he was super cool, man, super cool dude. But rest in peace to him. But Lamar used to come up there and box too, and he a gangster, man. And I done seen him in some great sparring sessions, and I done watched his career go from since then. And he the truth, and people they underestimate him, and he got a great chance of getting a huge upset in this fight. And just because it's Tank, we kind of overlooking the probability of a upset, but it's it has the same amount of probability of him upsetting him as it would a Ryan Garcia or a Tio or whatever. Lamont has everything it takes to get an upset.
Yeah.
And Tank is just, and I work with Tank as a trainer too. For I think 2 times he came down like in between camps. He came down to hang out with me and AB once in Atlanta and once in my Fort Lauderdale. So I got to work with Tank as a trainer, hold the mitts for him and have him spar against big Russians and stuff like that. So I know Tank like family too. We distant cousins, I want to say. But so it's all love for Tank. I'm Team Tank, but I have to keep it real. Tank is a once in a lifetime athlete, and that didn't really start as a that I didn't see him being a once in a lifetime athlete in the amateurs, but as a pro, he turned it all the way up. He one of the best fighters and fastest learning fighters I've seen in a very long time. He got more skills than some of these guys, and of course he's a power puncher, but he got more skills than a lot of these technical fighters got that get a whole bunch of credit. And he ain't even showed it all yet, but I seen it all. And and I've been in there with him. So much props to Tank, Calvin Ford, and Kenny, his assistant coach. They doing a great job with him, and He's supposed to win. He should win. But he a special fighter, and
Mm.
he should definitely be closer to the top of the pound for pound list coming up here soon, man. As far as skills go and possibilities go, he should be up there at the top with Inaways and you know what I'm saying. Name them,
Man,
Canelo's. He should be up there.
I gotta ask you, bro. Him and Shakur. Who
Him
you
and
how you
Shakur.
think how you think that fight turned out? Me per before you get an answer, I'm gonna give my opinion, bro. I
Mhm.
feel like if Tank going there giving up too many early rounds, Shakur gonna cruise off in the sun with it. If he get about if they get about 8 or 9 and Shakur already got 6 rounds in the bag, he only need one motor. He can. So I feel like I don't know how you feel. How did the fight turn out?
I'm glad you said that right there. Now yeah, if Shakur go up on the scorecard, it's gonna be hard to for Tank to pull off what he been pulling off. You know, coming back from
Yeah,
to get knockouts because Shakur a different kind of fighter. Not saying Tank ain't fought nobody like him, or you know he got somebody, but he don't got nobody like Shakur on his resume to be honest. And because Shakur is only one Shakur, is only gonna ever be one Shakur. He that type of fighter, just like there's only one Pernell Whitaker or Floyd Mayweather. He a special once in a lifetime fight, like a Clarissa Shields. Let me put her in there. Let me throw the women
yeah.
in there
Shout out
too.
Clarissa Flint
Yeah, yeah.
Town. Hey, when they
Yeah,
let's go.
shout out to the Glow and the Team Glow. But yeah. So you can't let no once in a lifetime fighter go up on the scorecard in those 6 rounds. You know what I'm saying? You got it. So Tank gonna have to fight a different kind of fight than he's usually fighting. He gonna have to try to win every round. You know what I'm saying? He may be to give up the first round or 2 rounds like Floyd used to do back in the day, you know, filling people out. And
Yeah,
he and Floyd really didn't give up the round. He just played it cautious, you know what I'm saying? But he still made sure he won just by a little bit, just edged
yeah.
out. So I think Tank need to go right out there off the bat in order to like keep that from happening. Your prediction from happening. But I see the fight. It can go any kind of way, man. I hope the best man win. I'm a fan of both of them equally. You know what I'm saying? I love them both the same from afar. You know what I'm saying? You know how you could kind of like see if you fuck with a person for real. Like how you say you cool with AB. Like I fuck with both of them equally on the same level. So I kind of wanted this fight to be pushed back a little more. I ain't want it to happen so soon because I want them to, you know, kind of grow and grow and grow and grow. And they trying to make them take their first L so fast. You know, because somebody got to
I
take
kind of
their,
feel like it's time though, man.
you know, no,
'Cause
it's
and
about
Duel
time.
Mason, Keisha, the young guns coming up, so I think it's about time they go ahead and see who the best at 35.
Right, right, right. Yeah,
I, I
I
hate
just
to
see
see
them
them.
going,
I hate to see either one of them lose too, but some
right.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
feel
It's just the
you
fight I
too.
want to see because I know Tank got a chance to win it. Tank hit you with a bomb. We done seen what's gonna happen if Tank hit you with a bomb.
Right, right, right.
But we
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
with
I agree. I agree. You making me change my mind now because no,
the
when you just said the key word you just said was the division. You said lightweight. See who the best at lightweight. So for me, I was hoping, you know, because welterweight usually been the best division, the most
right.
watched, popular division in the sport. So I wanted to wait for them to get up there. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like Floyd and Pacquiao, but not that
But
long. That was
Shakur said he'd never go to 47. He said he think 40 would be his max. And you know, Tank talking about he only got a couple more fights and he on his way out. So I said, I'd rather let's just get it now while we can.
right, right. But I think Shakur is speaking prematurely though. Like he got a body type that can blow up. You know what I'm saying? And he
Okay.
got a little bit of height on him too. So I can see him at 47. He just can't see himself probably if he said that. And I can see Tank get up to 2 probably. You know what I'm saying? When he eating good. You know what I'm saying? His ankles be all fat, face be fat like a fat kid. So both of them can get the 40. Both of them gonna get the 47. They just may not see it. But yeah, but so we can see them now at lightweight, what you just said, and then we can see them later at 47. So yeah, I think I'm ready for them too. I think I changed my mind. You just made me change my mind on that. Yeah, because we can see them now, we can see them later. You know what I'm saying? Because that'd be dope. The one person win now, and then maybe the next person win later, and then they fight
Yeah,
again. Trilogy or
yeah.
whatever.
That's
It
what I
might be
was
to fight
thinking.
5 times. Who knows? Because they got the style. It's a boxer and a puncher, so they got the styles a bit to go against each other a bunch of times, and
Mm.
we may see them fight like 3, 4, 5 times. Who knows?
All right, man. I ain't gonna hold you for too long, bro. I appreciate you for coming on my channel, man. And I give you your flowers, man. I like what you did with AB the Carter race show, bro. I watched that all the time. Y'all boys was funny getting ready for camp, man.
Hell
And
yeah.
hope we can do this again one day, bro. I appreciate you for spending time with me, man.
Anytime, brother. Anytime. Thank you for having me. For real, man. It's all love, man. I appreciate the flowers, and I'm gonna keep doing whatever made you give me the flowers. I'm gonna keep on doing what I did to get them. You know what I'm saying? With these other fighters and whoever else come, man, I'm gonna push the sport into a place, a better place. Every single time I'm in a camp, in a fight, just in the midst of things, I'm gonna push the sport to make it a better and for our people and for all people. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Shout your consoles so the people, the little people on here, they can follow you and look you up, bro.
So I'm on Instagram at Camp of the Great. So it's CampOftHegreats on Instagram. I'm also on TikTok, but I don't know my username. I think it's GT the Greatest on TikTok. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out the TikTok stuff. But I'm also on YouTube too. I think GT the Great. Yeah.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. I'm finna get out of here. It's all love, brother.
Same here, brother. Appreciate you. Next time, anytime you want to hit me up, man.
Okay, I got you. I'll probably call you in a couple weeks after some fights. We could talk about some fights.
Let's do it, Corey.
All right, love.
Look.